into the plan for the day. All right. So today's class is focused on tuning into body and breath. I have an Eckhart Tolle quote for you. Body awareness not only anchors you in the present moment, it is a doorway out of the prison that is the ego. It also strengthens the immune system and the body's ability to heal itself. So our practice, okay, Cynthia, lower back. Gotcha. Lower back. Okay, sounds good. So it's very important. One of the gifts of establishing your basic, gentle, mindful yoga practice is it can help you to expand your awareness of what is really going on in your body and your nervous system. We're really good in this culture of sort of like pushing, you know, no pain, no gain, push through the pain. And if we continue to push ourselves, we can begin to develop compensation patterns for areas of our body that are actually maybe having some pain or feeling sort of weak. And we begin to disconnect from those areas so that we can just keep on pushing, right? So a yoga practice that is mindful and gentle helps us to go back and recover awareness in those areas where we may have had chronic pain, or we may have just been sort of trying to ignore the limitations or the weakness that that area is presenting. So so think of it this way. We need to release and we need to relax those areas that are holding tension so much so that we can begin to build strength in those areas again. Okay, so it's like you got to unwind that stress and tension before you can build back. All right, so another gift of the yoga practice is that it helps us to develop awareness of the subtle body. So if you've ever had acupuncture or acupressure or maybe even Reiki, you may be aware of the subtle body, which is the energy flowing through the meridians or the chakras of the body. We use our physical alignment in the yoga poses to use the muscles and the bones to sort of create the conduit for the subtle energy to flow through. And I've got a Rumi quote for you, kind of getting to that. Listen to the sounds of the waves within you. So we're going to be working with both of these ideas of body awareness today. First, tuning into what the physical body is communicating, and then learning to soften and release and create space for the energy body to expand and flow. All right, and away we go. I'm gonna move back here. So you've got a yoga mat and a chair. If you want to sit on the floor, you're welcome to. My floor is quite cold. So I'm actually going to start from here today. All right. So coming to a comfortable seated position and scoot on up to the front of your chair. Knees are above the ankles, toes are pointing straight forward. Take a moment to close your eyes, soften and release your shoulders, and turn your focus inward. Feel the breath moving in through the nostrils, out through the nostrils. We're going to do some vocal toning, chanting Om. Ah, open the throat, release the jaw. O, rounding the lips. And then the last syllable, tip of the tongue lightly behind the front two teeth. Ah, O, Om, in 3 syllables. And we do this not just because it's like a groovy yoga thing to do. The sound that we're creating vibrates the vagus nerve, which runs through the throat, near the heart, and branches out in the belly. Vibrating the vagus nerve is one of the ways of sort of enlivening your energy body, your subtle body. It creates release, it creates relax in the body, produces oxytocin, and then allows room for the energy body to expand in this released, relaxed state. So we're going to chant Om, Ah, O, and we're going to do that 3 times. Allow your breath to flow in. Om. 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 Continuing to focus on your breath. Imagine the breath like an ocean wave rolling into the shore as you pull the breath in. Now as you exhale, see that ocean wave receding, moving away and leaving smooth sand. Inhale, the ocean wave rolls in. Exhale, allow the ocean wave to recede. Listen to the sounds of the waves within you. If you have any breathing difficulties, if you have asthma, or maybe you're dealing with a little virus, don't push the breath. Don't worry about breathing more deeply. Instead, focus on slowing the breath. So slowly that ocean wave is rolling in with the inhale. Slowly the ocean wave is rolling out with the exhale. Slow and mindful breath. Notice if you have any areas in the breath where you might feel a little tightness or constriction. If you feel tightness in your throat, if you feel like the breath is getting caught in your throat, do a little more vocal toning. Hey, you're at home. Nobody else can hear you. Feel free to make sound. So you can do the oxytocin breath if you're feeling tightness in the release of the exhale. And that goes like this. You breathe out with a ha sound. Let me demonstrate. So I'm going to pull that wave of breath in. Ha. Softening and releasing with the exhale. That vibration can help to release tension. All right? So at any time during this practice, if you feel your breath is getting caught on the exhale, go ahead and make some noise. Use the oxy breath, chant Om, do a primal yelp, yelp, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just create a little sound to help get that breath flowing out. All right? Okay, so we're going to start building more body awareness at this point. So bring your awareness to your right hand. Very gently squeeze that hand into a light fist. If this is painful for you, if you've got some arthritic issues, I should have thought about this before. It just occurred to me, inspiration. If you have a ball or something that you could squeeze to make it more comfortable for you, that would be good. But otherwise, just ball that fist up. Build tension. And hold the tension as you continue to allow that ocean wave of breath to slowly move in and slowly move out. Feel that tension spreading up into the wrist. Close your eyes. Turn your full awareness to the experience of that tension building in the right hand and wrist and spreading up into your forearm. If you have pain at any time during a pose, back off on the pose and just focus on that breath rolling in and out. All right, if this is going okay for you and you're not having any pain, squeeze that fist just a little bit harder. Slow the breath. One more round of breath here. And then now super slow. Allow the tension that you built in that hand to recede. Let it to just slowly open. Opening that hand ever so slowly. Feel all of the tension that you created there, just draining out your fingertips, and allow your hand to come to resting palm down on your lap. Now, eyes closed. Feel the difference in the way that your right hand feels compared to your left. You might notice that you can feel a little bit more relaxation, or you might even notice some feelings of pulsation, of energy moving through that hand. Feel into the difference that you created by just simply creating muscle tension, holding it, deepening the breath, and then releasing the pose. It's magic. Let's go to the other side and even things out. Okay, left hand. Gently balling the left hand into a fist. Again, if this is painful for you, if you have some arthritis in your fingers and wrists, grab a balled up sock or grab a tennis ball. Hold on to that and gently squeeze. So close your eyes, tuning into that left hand. Total awareness on the experience of that muscle tension building in the left hand, moving up into the wrist, up into the forearm. Keep that slow ocean breath rolling in and out. If you're doing okay here and this isn't causing you pain, add a little bit more tension, deepen. Deepen the feeling of tension by squeezing that hand a little more. See if you can feel the muscle energy spreading up into your bicep, maybe even into your shoulder. One more round of breath here. And then with your exhale, super slowly, release that tension. Allow the hand to open super slowly. And allow the palm to come to resting in your lap. Feel the difference now in the way that your left hand arm feels compared to before we did that. Okay, so this is a super simple body awareness technique. You can do it anytime if you are stuck, in traffic, if you're stuck in a meeting, Zoom or otherwise, and you're feeling a little bit like stressed. Build tension, hold tension, slow the breath, and release. So basically, this is one of the fundamental principles of a gentle yoga practice. We're going to create tension in the muscles, hugging the muscles into the bones. It's like giving your nervous system a hug. We build the tension in the pose, and then we soften and release. So we're wringing stress and tension throughout the body. All right, so let's go to work on the shoulders and the neck now. Allow your arms to dangle at your sides. Big breath into the belly. Exhale, draw the lower belly in, draw the belly button in. So we're going to engage the core, and then we're going to bring the right shoulder slowly up towards the right ear. Squeeze that shoulder up. So if you've got pain in your neck and shoulder, it's likely that you've got a pattern of tension that's just been your body's been holding there. So sometimes just taking a little time to create a little bit of muscle tone in those areas, not too much. If you have sharp pain, then that's too much. So we just want to create a little bit of work there. Get those muscles working, hold that tension, and keep the slow breath moving through. One more round of breath here. And then super, super slowly, allow that right shoulder to just melt back down into place, released. Now, notice the difference in the way your right shoulder feels compared to your left. My right shoulder feels like it's about 1.5 inches lower than my left shoulder now. I squeezed some tension out, and then I released it, and it went to a more natural released position. So let's even things out now. Keep the belly toned. We're going to engage the core while we do this work. Inhale, draw the left shoulder slowly, slowly up towards the ear. We just want to create a little, my right shoulder wants to come up. No, you stay down. Right shoulder stays down and relaxed. We want to keep the relaxation there, but we're going to work on the left shoulder. So squeeze the left shoulder gently up towards the left ear. If you feel pain, release the pose and just deepen the breath. Keep that slow breath rolling in and out like an ocean wave. One more round of breath here. And then slowly, slowly melt that shoulder back down. Okay, inhale, lengthen up through the crown. Imagine you've got a golden thread from the tip of the tailbone coming up through the crown of the head. Inhale, someone pulls that thread upward, lengthening your spine up. Engage your core. Now we're going to bring our head in alignment over our spine. So nice, long spine, and then we're just going to very gently bring the roof of the mouth back just a little bit to bring our head back over our spine. Draw the belly in, and we're going to turn the palms face the sky. With that chin ever so slightly lifted and the palate moving back, we're going to inhale, gently lift both shoulders this time. Feel that tension building. Keep the chin slightly lifted. Now we're going to bring the heads of the arm bones back. As you bring the heads of the front of your shoulders, bring those heads of those arm bones back, feel the squeeze between your shoulder blades. Keep the belly drawing in. Now draw the shoulder blades down the back. My neck just got a lot longer. I went from shoulders up here to shoulder blades pulling down the back. Keep the belly working, keep that breath moving through. We're going to squeeze the shoulders down and in. Pull your elbows into the sides of the body. Spread your fingers wide. Muscle energy is working in the fingers, the wrists, the forearms, the whole arm as you squeeze your elbows in. Keep the belly pulled in. And remember, we don't want that head forward because that causes tension in the neck that we don't want. So bring the head back over the body. One more round of breath here. And then release. Take a moment to place your hands in your lap. Close your eyes. Turn your focus inward to the ocean waves within you. Soften and release the neck, the shoulders. Release the hips, the glutes, the low back. Notice the difference in the way your shoulders feel now compared to before. One more round of breath here. And then allow your eyes to open. Interlace the hands together behind the base of the skull. Once again, we need to tune into the alignment of the spine. So nice long spine. Lift the chin ever so slightly and press the head back into the palms. This is a slight lift of the chin. We don't want to be cranking, we don't want to crank our chins up too far because we're going to crunch and create too much curve in the cervical vertebra and the neck. Okay, so nice long spine, gently press the head back into the hands. Draw your armpits back. Feel the muscles engage under your scapula. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Open the elbows wide. Press the head back. Draw the belly in. Engage the core. Little bit of muscle energy as the head presses back into the hands. If it is difficult for you to do this position with your arms, you can always lie on the floor and very gently press your head into the floor. If you can't get down on the floor, you might try one hand at a time and just create that feeling of a little bit of muscle energy in the neck as you gently press the head back. Keep the breath moving through. One more round of breath. And then release. We're going to roll the shoulders now. Inhale, forward, up. Exhale, back, down. Now take your time with this. Turn your palms to the sky. Tune into all of the clicking and clacking if you have my shoulders. But tune into all of the workings of muscles and tendons as you circle the shoulders. Reverse the direction when you are ready. Keep the chin slightly lifted. Keep the head back over the spine. One more round of breath here, and then release the palms. One more neck stretch. Left hand to the top of the head, push the floor away with the right. Right wrist is flexed. Lengthen up through the crown. Exhale, draw the belly in, and very, very gently, we're going to create a little stretch. Pulling the head over to the left. Draw the left shoulder down, draw the right shoulder down. Ease into this stretch. So we've got muscle energy working here in the shoulders as we're pulling the shoulders down. Keep that tension as you allow the ocean breath to slowly roll in and out. Softening and releasing the right side of your neck with the exhale. So it's like a balancing act. You've got muscle energy working as you draw the shoulder blades down the back, squeezing and building tension. But then we're also softening and releasing the right side of the neck into the right shoulder. Now we're going to change the stretch by very gently turning the nose down towards the left armpit And very, very gently drawing the shoulders down and adding a little bit of pressure with the hand, gently pulling the head down. So if you have areas that are tight or tense or painful, it's really important to learn to ease into poses. Give your body time to communicate with you if you're going too far. So we're undoing stress patterns here. We don't want to push anything. We do enough pushing, just through daily life. So softening and releasing and moving slowly into poses with body awareness, so that if your body says, ouch, sharp pain, then that is too much. Back off on the pose and just deepen the breath. And then we'll come back to where we started. One more round of breath facing forward, and then very gently inhale, lengthen up through the crown, lengthen, 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 and then switch sides. Right hand to the top of the head, left hand pushes the floor away. Alignment is super important for the protection of your neck. So long spine, chin is slightly lifted, bring the palate, the roof of the mouth back over the spine, and then here we go, gently, 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 slowly moving into the pose. Bring that right ear over towards the right shoulder. Now, right shoulder pulls down, left shoulder pulls down. Muscle energy building there. Feel that work in the shoulder blades. Soften and release the left side of the neck. Slow ocean breath, rolling in and out. If this is too much, don't bring the head over quite so far. Soften and release the shoulders. Keep the belly pulled in. One more round of breath here. And then we're going to change the position of the head by turning the nose down towards the armpit. You can do a deodorant check. Shoulders moving down the back. Feel that muscle energy working in the upper back and shoulders. Soften and release the neck. One more round of breath here. And then back to facing forward. Right shoulder down, left shoulder down. Soften and release the left side of the neck. And then, this is super important, lengthen your spine upward as you come up out of the position. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown, and then release. Oh yeah, are you feeling it? I am. Let's release those shoulders. Palms face the sky, super slow motion. Inhale, forward circles. Really, I have much fewer clicks and clacks in my shoulders right now. We're making progress. Very good. Okay, reverse the direction when you are ready. Yeah, that's just, I'm getting way more fluid motion right now after creating that tension and releasing it. Cool. All right. Okay. My, how the time do fly. Okay, this is going to be a little bit longer practice than what we have been doing with our YouTube live sessions. So it's not going to be a super long practice. We're not going an hour today, but I think it is going to be closer to 45 minutes. So let's go ahead and wake up the lower body with some muscle energy. So sitting here or on your cushion on the floor, let's draw the lower belly in. Wake up the muscles in that lower belly. Pull the upper belly in. Squeeze the belly button in. Keep that. And now we're going to contract the glute muscles. So just now, gentle, okay? Don't overkill. We just need a little bit of energy in the glutes. If you go and go too aggressive, you're going to be creating some tension. And, you know, if you've got sciatica, don't do this. But, you know, sometimes just the slightest amount of muscle energy and then holding your focus in that area and breathing can release a lot of tension. So sometimes less really is more, okay? So gently squeeze the glutes, contract the glute muscles ever so slightly. You should feel a little bit of a lift in your seat as you ever so slightly squeeze your glute muscles in. Keep that tiny bit of tension, close your eyes, and focus on that area and the breath. Ocean breath rolling in and away. Inhaling slowly, exhaling slowly. Keep that slight amount of tension in the glutes, little bit of muscle energy flow or holding there. If you have pain, then let it go. Just focus on the breath. One more round of breath here, and then release. Okay, straight leg stretch. So if you're on the floor, go for it. In the chair, be sure to keep the left knee directly over your ankle for stability. And I'm going to actually pull my chair back just a little bit. So on the floor, you know, straight leg stretch, we're just going to fold one leg and extend out through the right leg. Fold the left leg, extend out through the right. Okay. Push out through the mound of the big toe, flare the pinky toe, draw the belly in. Inhale, scoop the arms up. Exhale, forward fold ever so slightly. So the main thing is rock your tailbone back. Keep the belly pulling in. Then let the heart come forward. Draw the shoulders down the back. Lengthen the spine here. Belly working, shoulders moving down the back. Spread your fingers wide, muscle energy working in the fingers. One more round of breath here. And then allow your hands to come to your hips. Keep that belly toned and pulling in as you allow the heart to continue moving forward. You might even want to bring your elbow or your hands to your left thigh. Shoulders back and down. Whether you're on the floor or whether you're in a chair, we want to keep that heart open. Shoulders back and down, long spine. Extend out through the mound of the big toe, flare the pinky toe. We're going to soften and release the right thigh. So Cynthia, for your lower back issues, we want to be doing a lot of releasing the hamstrings. Softening and releasing those hamstrings. A lot of time the tension in the low back begins in the tightness in the back of our legs and spreads up into the low back. So you can give a little bit of massage. We're working muscle energy in the lower leg as we push out through the mound of the big toe and flare the pinky toe. This is the mound of the big toe, by the way. Think Barbie foot. And then Barbie foot and then flare the pinky toe. There's muscle energy engaging in the lower leg. Now we're lengthening and stretching the back of the right thigh. Keep that ocean breath rolling through. One more round of breath here. And then to come up, super important, lengthen the spine. Big breath in. And switch sides. So left leg extended. Inhale, scoop the arms up. Exhale, draw the belly in. Now we're going to forward fold ever so slightly, but keep the heart open. Rock the tailbone back. Let your heart come forward. Muscle energy working in the lower leg. And then let's spread the fingertips like you're creating a beach ball of energy above your head, shooting lightning bolts out your fingertips. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. Keep the belly moving in. Hold this. Feel that muscle energy building in the arms, in the torso, in the hips, in the legs. One more round of breath in this position. And then go ahead and bring the hands to the hips. Draw the belly in, come a little bit further forward, maybe rest your hands on the right thigh, or you might even come down to an elbow. Ease into the pose with full body awareness. We spend way too much time just shutting out and trying to ignore what our body is communicating, and it creates compensation patterns that at some point do become detrimental. So this is the gift of the gentle yoga practice, building body awareness and acceptance of what is going on in your body at this time so that you can work with it. You can meet yourself where you are, rather than pushing and possibly injuring yourself or aggravating old injuries. All right, so here we go, softening and releasing the back of that left thigh. You can add a little bit of massage. Softening and releasing the hamstrings with the exhale. One more round of breath here. All right, and then we're going to come to, inhale, lengthen up through the crown, long spine, and then come back. Okay, so if you're sitting on the floor, you're going to come to a nice cross-legged position. If you're in the chair, you're going to simply take your knees as wide as you can. All right, so we're working from here, or we're working from here. Okay, inhale the right arm up and lengthen the right side of the body. Exhale, draw the belly in and twist the right hand over to the left knee, and the left hand comes behind you. Soften and release the hips, the glutes, the low back. Close your eyes and tune into the body and the breath. Notice if you have tightness or tension or pain anywhere, or if you're just feeling work, stretch, muscle energy. We want the work, we want the stretch, we want the muscle energy. However, we're building an awareness of how much is too much. And we want to honor what our body is telling us. So if you have sharp pain, if you have difficulty breathing in this position, then back off on the pose. Don't twist quite so far. Soften and release the hips, soften and release the glutes. Draw the belly in strong. Slow the breath. One more round of breath here. And then inhale, lengthen up through the crown. Exhale, come on back to facing forward. Take a moment to close your eyes and soften and release. One more round of breath in this position. And then inhale, lengthen up, reach the left arm up. Exhale, draw the belly in, twist to the right. Left hand is on the right shoulder, right hand is behind you. Nice long spine, deepen the breath. Soften the shoulders, soften and release the hips. Keep the breath moving through, slow and steady. One more round of breath here. And then inhale, lengthen up through the crown. And exhale, come on back to facing forward. All right, so it's time for us to wrap up our practice today. Those of you who shared issues in the chat that you would like a little bit of support with, if you want some more suggestions for those areas, feel free to drop me an email and I will send you some more poses to add to your home yoga practice. We're going to go into a short Shavasana now. So you're welcome to stay seated in your chair or to stretch out on the floor. So if you're staying in your chair, go ahead and scoot all the way back so you can release into the support of that chair. And I need to get a blanket in my yoga space. I'm just realizing it's that time of year. All right, so stretching out on the floor or sitting back in your chair, we end our yoga classes with a moment to just soften and release. Shavasana is the name of the pose. It translates to corpse pose, which is rather bleak, but the gist is that you are lying still. But as you deepen your yoga practice, what you will find is that even though your body, your muscles, your bones may be still, as you soften and release, you can feel the expansion of that ocean of energy flowing and moving through your subtle body. It takes practice, but it comes with time to feel the ebb and flow of that subtle body energy moving through. So go ahead and come to your comfortable position. Close your eyes. Settle in. Soften and release into the support of the floor, or soften and release into the support of your chair. Eyes closed. And again, imagine an ocean wave rolling into you as you pull the breath in. As you exhale slowly, that wave recedes. Soften and release with the exhale. Inhale, expanding. Exhale, soften and release. See if you can feel the pulsations around your heart center. Allow your awareness to settle into all of the energy pulsing and moving and flowing from your heart center outward. One more round of breath here. And allow a little movement to come back into the body. Maybe wiggle the fingers and toes. Allow the breath to be easy. Take your time, if you're lying on the floor, to make your way to your side. And then remember to engage your core and lengthen through the crown as you come up to seated once again. We'll close today chanting Om, Ah, O, one time. Tune into the feeling of the vibrations moving through your body as you chant Ah, O, Allow the breath to flow in. Namaste. Very grateful for your presence here today. Thank you so much for being here for our first in a 5-part series of yoga basics workshops. I'm going to hop on over to chat just in case anybody has any questions about our practice today or anything that they would like to share or would just love to say hello.